This demonstration we're going to look at encrypting a partition by using BitLocker. So I've come up my Windows 10 workstation, and what I'm going to do in my Windows 10 workstation, the first thing I need to do is prepare BitLocker, and we're going to do that by just running our gpedit.msc, which is our group policy editor. And then once we get into our group policy editor, what we're going to do is we're then going to just modify the group policies. So we'll just expand this up, and all we're looking for here is we're looking for our computer configuration, we're looking for admin templates, and then within admin templates we're looking for Windows components, and then within Windows components we're looking for our BitLocker settings. So we'll come to BitLocker, and then within BitLocker what we're looking for here is we're looking for our operating system drives. And what we're going to do at this point here is we're just going to go to the option for require additional authentication at startup. And what we'll do is we'll enable that, and we'll just select OK. So we don't need the group policy editor anymore, so we can close that down. Now what we need to do is just run that group policy. So I'm just going to come into my PowerShell admin, and in my PowerShell admin all we're going to do is we're just going to run GP update. First off, we'll just make the font a little bit easier for us to see and to read. So what we'll do is we'll do a GP update, and then we'll do a /force. So that's just going to update the policy for us. And what we're doing is we're enabling the BitLocker without a Tpm chip. And this is necessary in the case of this demonstration purely because the virtual machine doesn't really have a Tpm chip. So if we're doing this on a physical box, we generally wouldn't have to do the step that we've just gone through there. So now what I've done is I've just gone to my File Explorer, and in my File Explorer what we're going to do is we're just going to format our floppy disk. So we'll right click and we'll just do a format. That brings us into a wizard, so we just need to work through the wizard and just fill out some of the information. Now at this point here I'm not going to modify anything, I'm happy with all the defaults. I'm just going to click the start button just to do a quick format. So we'll click OK, just telling us it's going to delete all the data. So we've now formatted our floppy disk, so we're happy with all of that. So the next thing to do at this point here is just select close. So the next thing to do is to turn on BitLocker, and we're going to do that on our C drive. So I'm just going to right click on the C drive, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on BitLocker. Now the virtual machine I'm running this demo on doesn't have a USB port, so what we're going to do is we're just going to enter a password at this point here. We're just going to enter in the password and re-enter the password. Then we're going to select next. Then at this point here it's asking us how do we want to back up the recovery key. So again, I don't have a USB drive, I don't have a printer, so we'll just save this to a file. What we're going to do is we're going to save this to our floppy. So we'll just navigate this through, go to this PC, and all we're going to do on this PC is we're just going to save it off to the A drive. Then we'll select save. Now we've saved the key off, we'll select our next button. Now at this point here, choose how much of the drive we wish to encrypt. We're just going to go for encrypt use disk space only, faster and best for new PCs and drives. This is a new PC, or we could encrypt the entire drive. So we'll just select next. In the case of choose my encryption mode, I'm going to use my new encryption mode, best for fixed drives on this device, so we're happy with that. Select next. On the are you ready to encrypt this drive? We are, so we can now select continue. The final thing to do at this point here is we'll just right click, and all we're going to do at this point here is we're just going to do a restart. Now the group policy setting we put in place was that we did require additional authentication at startup. So as you can see, we have enabled BitLocker. So the next thing we need to do to unlock this drive, we just need to put in our password. Then the final thing to do is just hit enter to continue. Start and load the Windows operating system. Now all we need to do is put in the password. As we can see, we're back into our Windows operating system. Let's just come into File Explorer. And in File Explorer, we can see everything. If we just come into the Windows folder, we can see everything. And that's the end of this demonstration of enabling BitLocker on a Windows 10 device. Thank you.